trick-or-treat chocolate music coming up very shortly. Steve Key, if you've got your Halloween candy in front of you, what's the one piece you're going to grab and have for yourself?
Definitely the coffee crisp.
Going with the coffee
Oh,
crisp.
all the time. Yeah.
All the time. I love it. It is 6 o'clock, and with a news update, it's Steve Key.
Good evening. 9 degrees. Frost advisory in effect for Toronto overnight. Tomorrow it'll be sunny and 14. In the news, it's time to bring back mask mandates. So says the former head of Ontario's COVID Science Advisory Table. Dr. Fahad Razik says that if he were still in his advisory position, the table was dissolved last month, he would be recommending reintroducing mask mandates for essential settings such as public transit, grocery stores, and schools. He says neither masks nor vaccines alone are a perfect solution, but together they can keep cases down and ensure people have access to health care when they need it. Razik points out in August and September, the health system was showing the kind of strain that's normally seen at the peak of a bad flu season. And there's very little capacity to respond to increases in COVID rates. Public Health Ontario says COVID activity in the province is generally stable, though it's been gradually increasing since early September. Ottawa's former police chief defending his reading of intelligence that warned a large convoy of protesters in large trucks was headed to his city. Testifying at the public inquiry into the federal government's use of the Emergencies Act to clear the protesters, Peter Slowly concedes there's no doubt the Ottawa Police Service could have done better in handling and responding to the intelligence.
Low-hanging fruit, and I believe it's already been rectified to some degree, online information gathering.
Slowly also testified there wasn't just one freedom convoy, but many that descended on Ottawa, and he questioned why he wasn't receiving intelligence from federal agencies on what was coming. Justin Trudeau has announced new sanctions against 35 more Russians, including leaders with Russian state-owned energy company Gazprom and 6 energy sector entities. Speaking to the Congress of Ukrainian Canadians meeting in Winnipeg, the Prime Minister says Canada's issuing bonds you can buy to support Ukraine.
It'll be a lot like the Government of Canada bonds people are familiar with.
The 5-year Ukrainian sovereignty bonds will be available through Canadian banks. Finance Minister Chrystia Freeland points out they'll also be available in other countries. Incidentally, Freeland will be updating Canada's fiscal picture next week when she delivers the fall economic statement November 3rd. The union, representing about 55,000 educational workers, including custodians and early childhood educators, say they're prepared to walk off the job if they remain without a deal by next week's strike deadline. Negotiations between the Canadian Union of Public Employees and the province are scheduled to resume on Tuesday after sessions with a neutral mediator last week broke down after just 2 days as the two sides remain far apart on wages. Classical FM weather in Toronto, frost advisory in effect overnight. Tomorrow will be sunny and 14. Sunday, increasing clouds, a high of 12. Tomorrow in Cobourg, sunny and 13. In Collingwood tomorrow, sunny and 16. Right now, 9 degrees in Toronto, 10 in Cobourg, and 12 in Collingwood. I'm Steve Key. News next at 7 on the new Classical FM.